Hey guys, welcome back to another episode on the Citi Golf. Again on the Citi Golf this week. I do feel I have quite a bit of explaining to do on the Citi Golf and the TSW and the wheel story. The TSWs, it was pretty much my childhood dream wheel. I invested a lot into the wheel itself, thinking I was going to keep it and just enjoy it and stance a car. When getting to that point of stancing the car, I just wasn't feeling it anymore. Plans has also changed on the car quite a bit. Initially, the plan was to stance the car, spray the car, and daily the car for as long as I possibly could. But that's not happening anymore. The car is staying though, don't get me wrong, but stancing the car and making the car look good is not our priority. What is going to happen with the car is not going to be revealed right now because there's still a few things I need to finalize, but it's going to be very exciting and it's probably going to be hours and hours and hours of content. But regarding the TSWs, they just weren't for me. You couldn't really put the wheel on the car with a nice tire like maybe a 195 45 16. It wouldn't fit. It would just scrape everywhere. So going 165, a stretch tire was the only option. And once I did that, I was like, no, I'm not feeling it. Like, it's just, I don't enjoy it. So initially I planned to sell the wheels. I got a buyer for the wheels. A guy came. I did take a little bit of a knock on the wheels. When the guy got the wheels, he ended up bringing the wheels back, claiming the wheels was buckled. Bear in mind, I had someone repair the wheels before I even painted the wheels. Went back to the guy. Guy claimed the wheel is buckled. He doesn't know how it happened. The buyer ended up only taking the tires at a very decent price. He met me somewhere. And then I sold the wheels on its own. So I got the initial amount that the first buyer gave me for it in total. I still took a knock. In turn, the Volks was also taken to the same person who claimed to repair the buckles, and he said that he repaired it. Well, once I sprayed the Volks, I went to a different place to put the tires on because my judgment of this guy, it was messed. Like, I didn't trust him. And to my surprise, the Volks was also buckled. So I was at this point where I was just like, what do I do? I keep fighting this wheel battle, and then the Volks wasn't enjoyable on the road. It was literally making the whole car shake, and I needed a wheel. I didn't want to buy another wheel on Facebook Marketplace. I weighed my options and I thought, you know what, go buy a new wheel. That's your best bet. You have a set of decent tires, just go buy a new 15-inch wheel and be done with it. Find a good one that you like, and be done with it. So that's what I did. I bought a set of 15-inch, brand new. I just moved. I have 175/50s in the front on the Volks because the Volks was 6.5J, and I had 195/50s at the back. So I just moved that tires over to the end guys. I'll show you guys how the car looks shortly with the new wheels on. But in this episode, the first things we're going to do, I'm going to be spraying the rear drums and the front calipers with the brackets. And then lastly, I got a bit of a surprise that I'm going to be fitting on the Citi Golf. I'm not going to show you guys yet. I'm going to show you guys once I fit it. But first things first, we're going to do brake calipers. Since I did something like this. The shoes still look in a decent condition, but it's just a bearing. This goes over, there goes a bearing, a washer, a nut, a circlip, and that's what holds it in place. The washer, the nut was scary loose, don't remember it being that loose, but it was quite loose. It's going to be easier taking him down to bare metal while it's off the car, I feel. So that's what I'm going to do to get all that rust. I'm going to do the other side and then I'll get on the fronts. Okay, so we got the rears off. Now we're just dealing with the fronts. The fronts are pretty basic. So I will be spraying the caliper and the bracket. So it's just two Allen keys on their side, and I think it's two 13 mils that hold the bracket in place. But first, let us get the caliper off and the pads off. Of these drums, and if you look closely, those are already clean. My brush, every brush, grinder. I went crazy on those guys. Yeah, check out the INX is just melting. All the iron, the purple, and it's mixed, eh? It's not straight INX. It's my wheel cleaner, and it's doing a very good job. So yeah guys, so you saw the calipers and the drums and everything is prepped. I've taped it up, I've hanged it, I've pre-wiped it, I've done everything I should, ready for paint. Because the calipers are bare metal, I'm gonna be using some Lux Coat self-etch primer, the dented can. Just to make sure that the paint sticks. Don't know what color it's going. Stay tuned, you'll find out shortly. So with this primer, you just mix it 4:1. So 4 parts of primer, 1 part hardener, and I throw a little bit of 10% thinners in just to thin it up. 4:1. Okay, so yeah, that's my paint mix. I only mix 150 mils. I don't see it using much more. That should give it at least 2 coats of that smaller calipers and drums. But I'm just gonna let it drip, and then I'll catch you guys in the paint booth outside. If you check this side out, mind the dirt, it spins freely. This side I assembled first, exactly as I disassembled it. But now let me take you to the other side. The other side does not spin as freely. And that's me putting a lot of force on it. So I'm going to disassemble this and check as to what I did wrong. Hopefully I didn't do anything wrong. Hopefully there isn't anything wrong, something small. It's like, what, at 8 o'clock at night. I kind of need the car on the floor by tomorrow. There's no way I'm going to get any parts. So hopefully it all works in my favor. I'm not going to film any of this. I'll catch you guys when I'm done.
Eventually.
So this is it. I got it right. Don't ask me what I did because I honestly don't know what I did. I just stripped and I cleaned off all the old grease and I made sure that it's lined up properly, which I'm sure I did previously, but I think it was the grease. I think the grease actually got clogged up so much that it was just not doing what it was supposed to do. But yeah, it spins freely. Next step, I want to get the rear on the ground, but that terrible job raising the car. I don't enjoy it. I honestly don't enjoy raising the car. It's a terrible process. But yeah, I need to do that. I'm not going to put you on a video for it because I'm not about to show you guys me struggling and sweat every 5 seconds. I'll catch you guys in the front. So I have completed the rear, so wheels is on. I haven't got the, I forgot to put the car on the ground. But that can wait. I need to reassemble the front calipers and the rubber's just not playing along with me. So some dishwashing liquid and all should be good. Let's test it. Now it's just time to assemble the brakes. But before I do that, I just want to check. I painted. This is where the brake sits, and I'm not sure if that was a good idea, honestly. I might have to grind it down. Yeah, I know. I definitely need to grind it down. Something I didn't think about, but I suppose you live and you learn. Okay, so this is sorted. I think what I'm going to do first, I'm going to put this bracket on first because I have crimped the sides brake line. So I can put that on afterwards, but I need to bolt it to something when I'm ready. So I think this is next. get on to the next surprise modification. But so yeah, lastly, to finish this episode off, we're not done yet, but to finish it off, I did tell you guys I got a surprise modification for the Citi Golf, and that is an aftermarket steering wheel. I had a few requirements for the steering wheel. It should protrude enough so that if I'm sitting, I sit quite back because I'm quite tall. It doesn't feel like it's too far forward and my arms is not all the way forward. And secondly, it should not be too close to the indicator stalks, because I don't want to be switching indicators on and off by accident. I've had that problem in the past. Thirdly, it should be a race feel steering wheel. And it should have places for my thumbs to go if both hands are on the steering wheel. That was kind of like just it has to have that. If it doesn't, I don't want it. I didn't want a flat one. Most Momos are flat. Most of them are flat, what I've seen on the market. And it just, I wasn't feeling it. So I ended up getting, I'll show you the water first. So yeah, it just came with the water, came with the screws, the worn wires. And then I kind of regret buying this hub, but at the time I was just like 250 Rand compared to 1,250 Rand. I'm going with 250 Rand one. Basic hub, that's it. I liked, on this hub, I liked the black. I didn't like it exposed. I wanted it to kind of sit well with the dashboard and things like that. But let me show you the steering wheel. Let me put the hood on. Okay, wait, don't put the hood on. This is it. I'm not sure exactly what model it is, but this is an NJR steering wheel. But I'm happy. So if you can see, it is quite bulky. It's not a thin steering wheel. It does have semi place for my fingers. Not too much, but not too little. And it's concave. I'm not sure if you can see, so it's not flat, and with a hub on it as such, it shouldn't be too far in or towards the indicator stalks. So I'm going to be fitting this, but to fit it I need to go to J2, because I do not have a bearing puller to pull the, I'm not sure if it's a spacer or, but there's something under the steering wheel that needs to be removed. And people said, knock it with a hammer. Guys, there's a bearing puller. I can just go ask to use a bearing puller for 5 minutes and that Bob's your uncle. Let me do that. I'll catch you guys by J2. So I got the steering wheel off, and this, I don't know what it's called, but I'm just gonna call it this. This needs to be removed. I'm gonna give it a go. There is a bearing puller, let me see. So as you can see, the little contraption that Jamil put together for me with all these washers. But we are off. The steering wheel is on. As you can see, it is very skewed. I had to take it off. I did make it straight, and then I had to take it off again because the water wasn't working. It's working. I had to add my own ground on the hub of the steering wheel itself, because this hub only had one wire. So yeah, I did that. I just added my ground and I got it to work. But before I put the wood on, I'm actually just driving the car just to make it straight. This is the only way I really know how to make it straight, and it's worked for years. It's still a little off. Tooth. Like I said, the alignment isn't 100% in. I did take it to have it put in, but yeah, you know, it's just one of those things where trial and error, trying to find the right person to do a single job in Cape Town is just one of those things. Yeah, before
before anybody says this is dangerous. I know. I know. No one has to remind me or tell me. I know how dangerous it is. But it is the only way. See, so this road is leaning.
So yeah guys, that concludes this week's episode. Small modifications but big modifications. Painting the drums and the calipers, I really did enjoy the task. I enjoyed the outcome as well. Small modification but a significant modification. The steering wheel, I have been enjoying it. Feels good, feels very race carish, and that's kind of the goal that I was going for. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. But for the meantime, just enjoy some B-roll. Peace out.